Hello, it's Jaime Black, and this is your weekly tarot reading for Monday, February 9th. This is going to take us to Saturday, February 13th, day before Valentine's Day. So I've pulled out some cards here for the week, and we're going to have a talk about these. But before I do so, I just would like to share with you that I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. I think it's a very stressful time for people, for relationships. I think it puts a lot of pressure on relationships and on being in a relationship, and makes people feel lonely, and it's just, I'm not a fan. So we're in this week leading up to Valentine's Day. We've been in this really gnarly retrograde that is, the focus really is on relationships, and during retrograde is when all of the hidden truths are releasing and coming up to the surface so that we can look at them and we can process them, and that when Mercury is going direct, then we can continue on with this information and we can move forward. So my phone has been full all week with people calling and texting about the problems that they're having in relationships, the difficult decisions that they're having to make. And I will say that you are all not alone in this. I have been going through this myself. So we're going to take a look here. This reading is just going to be for all signs. And if you're watching it, then it's for you. So this reading starts here with the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to say that this reading is relationship focused. Absolutely. The King of Pentacles, this is going to be someone in your life that is an earth sign. So they can be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. There's someone who has these earthly qualities. This is someone that either is the boss. This is someone this person could be your partner. And this person has money, has the has the energy locked down as far as that is going. And anyway, the thing about them is that they've been very disappointing to you. This is the card of disappointment, though we do have it upside down. So what we're saying here is that, this is where you're at. This is being disappointed. This is, you're really focused on what didn't work out here. This card isn't all bad. There's two cups that are still left standing here. And really what that is, especially in relationship, is, what did you learn from this situation? And so when we're in this state and we're still wearing the cloak, we're still in it. We haven't let it go, because even if we're upset, even if it's all disappointing, we still have it. If we're holding on to it, if we're still wearing it and thinking about it and being upset and our stomach is sick about it, we still have it. We haven't let it go yet. And so when I see this card upside down, it's telling me that it's a message for you to make sure that you process this out. Don't just shut it out, or don't just walk away from it. Or pretend that it's not there, because it's saying you're still holding on to all of this stuff. So what Mercury retrograde is a time for is the time for reviewing. It's a time for processing the things that have happened, how you have reacted to them, and really let's take a look at, what did you learn and how is it serving you, and what can you take with you? So what the Six of Swords is saying is that you have been clear about your boundaries. So what's been disappointing about this relationship for you is that you had boundaries, you had requirements, you had things that you wanted, and this person, in whichever way they did, whether it was directly or indirectly, they couldn't meet your boundaries. They couldn't meet your requirements. And so your boundaries and your requirements, which are there to support you, are causing you to move away from them. And it's like we can see with this Five of Cups that you don't want to move away from them. But this Six of Swords, it's an empowered move. It just doesn't feel good because you still have all of this energy. But here we have the Moon. And this, to me, is always talking about your emotions are up. Your intuition is up. So all of the feelings that you're having, they're all there for a reason. They're there for you to learn from. That's the thing, right? So we feel really sick, or we feel really upset about the relationship ending or things not working out. But why is it that we feel that way? And so really getting clear on why you were disappointed, what were your expectations, how were you treated that you're not cool with? It looks like this relationship took a lot of effort. Like, you put a lot of effort forth. This is a lot of work. This is maybe having a lot of conversations. This is you extending yourself. It's also upside down. So we're looking at the end of the cycle. When we look at this card and it's not upside down, it's saying, okay, you're at the end of the cycle. You're still climbing the hill. You're still climbing up the hill in the hot sun, holding all of this stuff. Like, you're almost done. Keep going. The cycle is going to end. You're at the end, but keep going. But when it's upside down, there's a little bit of a release. It's like, you're done. You put so much effort into this relationship, and it's done. And so because of that, we have this celebration. And I know that it doesn't feel like celebration. Believe me, I know. This is the Three of Cups. This is usually, a time when we're like, it's festive, we're happy, we're celebrating. But that's why they're giving you this card. They're just letting you know that you made the right decision holding your boundaries. You made the right decision speaking your truth and saying what your needs are. That's the only way we're ever going to find our people. In all ways, in all relationships. That's the only way that we're really ever going to find our people, what's right for us, is if we're strong enough to be clear about it and say what our needs are. And so that's just like a little acknowledgement from Spirit, just saying, I know it doesn't feel like we're celebrating, but they didn't give you the 10 of Cups. That would be a little bit different situation. It's just the 3. So there is something to celebrate. So moving into the future with all of this, right? So this is where we're going into next week, having this relationship, like just not being enough, not working out, being disappointing. What are we getting out of this situation, right? So this is the Chariot. And the Chariot is ruled by Cancer. So we have all these emotions here. We have all this sensitivity and all these emotions that we are feeling with the moon that we just looked at. But here you can see this person is totally protected. And if you think about Cancers, if you think about the crab, how it's totally protected. And if you think about any Cancer people that you know in your life, they're very sensitive, but they are armored and they're very protected. And so how I see this card showing up here is that, well, we could say that we're ready for battle, but it's like, we're learning. We're always learning. We've been strengthened. There's the opportunity to experience strength and empowerment that has come from drawing our boundaries, being clear that we're not accepting what is beneath us. And so in that way, we're ready for more. We're ready to face, this is what I think about relationships. All of the relationships that you go through are preparing you for something. They all work on different aspects that you need to work on. And if where you're at is that you're really focused on relationship and finding a new relationship, sometimes the one that you're going through right now or the one that you just went through really wasn't for you to have a lasting experience with that person. It was because you needed to gain some skills and you needed to learn some things for your next relationship. So this is what you're prepared for. You're prepared for choosing yourself. This card is called the Lovers, is ruled by Gemini. When I get this card, the way that I read this card is that it is about choice and it is about choosing yourself. what I was taught about this card is that one of the original drawings of this card had Adam and Lilith. It had Adam and Eve and Lilith, who is now a snake, in the card. And so it was about choice, and it was about choosing this path or choosing this path. So like there's a lot of connotations in the card. There's a lot of, other things that are in the card, but just looking at it like choice, this is what I have to say about choosing yourself in relationship. So if you're with a partner that is totally supportive, good for you, right? Good for your life, in alignment with you and your values, and treats you good and makes you feel nourished and all of this, and you choose yourself, you choose what's best for you, then this partner will be part of that, and this partner will show up, this partner will come with you, it will just be a natural alignment. But if you are with someone, or you're needing to choose yourself over someone who is not in alignment with your values, who doesn't treat you according to the way that you want to be treated, who doesn't honor you and make you feel honored and make you feel respected, and you choose yourself, that person falls away. And this is why we don't like to make this decision. This is why this is hard sometimes. And every time I get this card in the reading, and especially this is in the future position, right? This is what we're going into this next week. It's telling you, you have a decision to make. Because the way that you've been experiencing this relationship over here that we're already looking at, it's like it's disappointing. You drew some boundaries. You're moving forward. You're still emotionally responding to it. You're thinking about it a lot. But it's like the amount of effort that you've been putting forth to make it work, it's kind of done. That's past, and so there's like a celebration about it, and they're like, okay, you're ready now. You're ready, and you're strengthened, you're protected enough that now you can make the hard decision. Maybe you couldn't make this decision before. Maybe you couldn't make this decision even a couple weeks ago. Now you can. So another message, we're starting this talking about the King of Pentacles. This is the 10 of Pentacles, and it's reversed. And what this is saying is, you've completed your cycle with this person. This card, this is a weird card. This card talks about family, money. It talks about being financially successful. But in the way that we're looking at it here, and we're looking at this in connection with the first card that we pulled, this is about the life. This is the life that you were intending on creating with this person. Like, this was the journey that you were going on with this person. This is where you wanted to get to, and you got there. It's just different than how you thought it was going to be. And that's the thing in relationships. It's like, we want them, and we don't actually really know why we want them. We make our own dream around it, right? We create all of this idea and this fantasy about what we want to create with this person because of the way that we feel about them. But we're going through a relationship with someone for a different reason than we know until we're done with it, or until, we've been in it and it's something that we're working on. And it's like, okay, this is what this is here to teach me. So you've come to the end of the cycle, and it matters. It matters what choice you make, because if the relationship is over, if the connection is done, like in any relationship, if it's over, you can stay in it. You can stay, people stay in relationships, they stay married and all of this stuff. They stay in relationships for years, but that doesn't mean that the relationship is not dead. And it's much more empowering for you to get clear on why this isn't good for you, and why you are choosing to not hold on to this any longer. It's much more empowering to choose that than to just be, waiting and just sitting in this thing that, like, it's not going anywhere. It's not serving you. This is about letting go. This is about surrendering. And not surrendering to this person, right? Surrendering to higher power, surrendering to your angels, surrendering to what it is that you believe in, just surrendering to it. Surrendering, to me, it's my angels. This is particularly when I'm talking about like angels and guides, is that I just surrender it up to them. I'm like, this hurts. My ego wants to hold on, and it wants to dream that there's going to be more, and it wants to sit here and like hope that this person is going to show up and be what they never were in the relationship. And so to be able to just let go and surrender, it's that same thing that I was just saying when we were talking about the Lover's card. It's like, when you let go, if something is for you and something is good for you, it will show up. It will show up because it has a place, because it's serving you. There will be room for it to show up. But if you let go, and then this thing, this person, this relationship, this energy that doesn't serve you disappears, it's because it's for your highest good. So the Empress, the thing that I know about her, so she's Venus, and which, you know, Mercury is making this aspect to Venus, which is why this whole Mercury retrograde right now is about relationship, and it's bringing up all of this stuff for you to see, for us to see. This is the truth. Make your decisions based on the truth. So that's what's going on with the retrograde. But so she is ruled by Venus. She is Venus. She's the mother of the deck. She's pregnant. And so she can mean all sorts of things when we see her. In this reading, it's about her sovereignty. It's about sitting on her throne. Somebody didn't just give this throne to her. Part of her story is that she had to work for it. She built it, and she is sitting on her throne that is, it's the result of all the hard decisions that she made, of all the work that she's done in her life. So this is the choice, is to choose yourself. And so that's the reading for the week. I wish you luck. I don't know if it's luck that I wish you, but I wish you strong, empowered decisions. If you want to have a private one-on-one reading, contact me on my website, which is jaimeblack.com. You can call me at Silverlake Priestess, and I do 45 and 90-minute sessions. I can help you through this. I will do another reading for us on Valentine's Day. And with that, blessed be.